Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ivy, and today I'm going to be talking about Fangirl by Rainbow Rowel. Buckle your seatbelts because this is going to take forever. I absolutely adore this book with every single part of my soul. I just got a Snapchat. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, our main character is named Kath, and she is a super Simon Snow fan. Simon Snow is a really popular series. It's kind of like Harry Potter. It has wizards and magic and all that fun stuff. Simon Snow is basically her life, and she even writes a fan fiction that gets so many hits. Is it called hits? Like thousands upon thousands of people read her fanfic. The 8th book in the Simon series is coming out soon, but her fanfiction is a lot of people's ending. Kath has a twin sister named Ren, who she used to do everything with, and like everything Simon Snow related, they used to write together, everything was fine and dandy, but now they're going into college, and Ren does not want to be roommates with Kath anymore, and Kath is hurt and confused, and she doesn't know what to do because she's never had to do anything without Ren there by her side. So they're going to college, and Kath's roommate Reagan is so awesome. Reagan is total opposite of Kath. She is like social and all that fun stuff, and she's always going somewhere. She also has a boyfriend named Levi who is always there in the dorm room and who kind of annoys Kath. On top of everything that is going on, Kath is really worried about her dad, who is now home all alone since his kids left. Kath's mom left when she and Ren were 7, so there have been past issues with her dad and mental health. Kath can't stop worrying about it. My favorite character, hands down, is Kath. Usually my favorite character isn't the protagonist, but in this instance, 100% she is my fave. I think the reason is because I relate to her so much. She is a nerd, and I am a nerd. She really loves stories and just losing herself in them. She also has trouble with social interaction and making friends, and she honestly would rather stay in her room reading a book. She has like zero confidence whatsoever. She overthinks every little thing, just relates so much, and it hit me really hard. Another thing that I really love about Kath is her passion when it comes to writing Carry On. It's just so inspiring. She's really funny too, which makes me so incredibly happy. We also have the other twin, Ren. Ren and Kath are complete opposites because Ren is outgoing and confident and she's a party girl. She does make some pretty dumb choices though, let's be real. However, deep down, she still enjoys like Simon Snow and spending time with Kath, even if she doesn't show it. I found it really interesting how different the twins were, but how similar they were at the same time, and how they dealt with different things differently. Next, we have Reagan, Kath's roommate, who is kind of edgy. I don't know, is that edgy the correct term? She has a lot of boys, and she goes a lot of places, and she has a social life, like a really big social life. Kath doesn't, yet they form a friendship, and it's amazing. Reagan basically takes Kath under her wing when she figures out that Kath, like, hasn't gone to the dining hall in like a month because she's too scared. Just seeing a friendship between two so different people is really cool. Next character we have Levi. Levi is Reagan's boyfriend who is always in the dormitory. I love him so much. Levi is the definition of friendly. He is nice to everyone he meets. Never stops. He's always 100% cheery and friendly and just joyful and energetic and excited, and I don't know how. Just his personality is so endearing and charming and sweet, and you just want to give him a hug even though he's not a real person. He is constantly around, and he kind of annoys Kath, but like in a sweet way. Levi is my soulmate. I'm going to marry him one day. The last character of note that we have is Nick. Nick is Kath's fiction writing partner. She's taking this class and they write together once, and then they discover that they have a really good chemistry between the two of them when it comes to writing, and it's kind of confusing for Kath because she can't tell like what their relationship is, because when they're writing she feels like there's something there, but then that's all they ever do. it's an interesting situation. That is about everything I can tell you without spoiling this book. If you haven't read it, you should go do that right now because I kid you not, it is one of the best books I have ever read in my life. Okay, so let's talk about this little thing called Carry On. I am obsessed. Just through the little snippets that we get in this book, I want Simon and Baz forever. I haven't even read Carry On yet, and I'm still so invested. The fact that we don't know whether or not Baz gets killed or not is hurting me. I don't know if I want him to die or not. I think it would be really good for the story, but also awful for my heart. Also, I love seeing how Simon Snow unites everyone in this story, like at the end when they're going to like the release party. So the whole mom situation, Laura, not sure how I felt about the whole thing. To me, it felt like Ren was too eager to like be chummy with her mom again, but also Kath could have given her a chance. But Laura leaving when Ren was in the hospital in a coma, was it a coma? I don't know. Her leaving was so not cool. Who even, like, no, you took your daughter to the hospital, right? She's unconscious. And then your other daughter shows up to the hospital, and it's obviously horribly hard for her. And then you just like, oh yeah, you know, I gotta go. Like, I'm just gonna leave you here alone in the freaking hospital to wait for your sister alone, to go through this alone. Doesn't matter how crappy your relationship is, you don't just leave your kid in the hospital waiting room. No. Back to Ren. I was so happy when she finally got her act together. Also, when they mended their twin relationship, that was great. It hurt my heart to see them fighting. I want a twin, bro. Another thing I was so happy about was how their dad managed to get back on his feet. It was really, really hard to read about that situation, and I think it was done really well. Okay, so Professor Piper, I loved her. She was absolutely incredible. The way she had faith in Kath through the entire thing, even when Kath was being so annoying and she wasn't even trying, she was like, Kath, you got this. Like I said, I was a little annoyed with Kath because, I mean, she did try, I guess, but not hard enough. She was just being kind of immature, but when she finally did write her story about, you know, her mom leaving and all that, I was so proud of her. Like, I cannot tell you. I think I might have, like, clapped my hands for real when it happened. It was such a great moment for her to figure out that she doesn't have to, like, write someone else's world, someone else's characters, that, like, her life story was compelling and good. She has it in her. She's a great writer. So when I was planning this video, I was writing, I find it hard to hate Nick. Actually, never mind. He is such a jerk. I was really rooting for him, honestly. Like, I loved their chemistry when they were writing. For a little split second, I thought maybe they were gonna get together, but then, like, ultimately they would break up, and then Levi would come in and be like, yay, true love. He is so freaking selfish. They wrote it together, and yes, he might have done a lot of the work, but that doesn't mean you just turn it in on your own. Maybe it would have been fine if he had told Kath from the beginning, but he completely made it seem like they were writing it together. I was so proud of Kath when she was like, you know what, Nick? No. Like, I'm not gonna take any credit because it was all you. Not like that, obviously, but one of the best moments of the book by far, even though it was so painfully awkward, I wanted to die. So now let's talk about Levi. I love him so much. I have never in my life read such a slow burn romance, but it was perfect. Everything about their relationship was just beautiful and wonderful, and I wanted it to last forever, and it took them so freaking long to get together. Levi is so incredible. There's no way there's any person in the world who is that amazing. He's so supportive and, like, caring, and just protective, and he genuinely cares for her, and he genuinely just wants to make her happy and for her to be happy, and by making her happy, he's happy, and it's just, oh my god. On top of that, he's respectful, and he, like, admires her and her independence. He's also so goofy, and, like, that's what you need in a man. I mean, that snafu with, like, kissing the other girl, I was kind of mad, but then I completely forgot about it. My favorite part is how much he helps Kath grow to come out of her shell. Another thing that I really loved about it was that he was so understanding when she did not want to jump into things too quickly and do anything like, you know, he was just like, you know what, that's fine, I want you, I love you, and we don't have to ever do it. My favorite parts of the entire book was when she was reading to him, especially her fanfiction about Vaz and Simon. Again, seeing books and reading bringing people together in such a beautiful way. I can hardly handle it. So in conclusion, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It is definitely one of my favorite books that I have ever read in my entire life. I think I will always be thinking about this book and going back to it and just loving it. It was so relatable. I can't tell you the last time I read a book where I related so much to the main character. Everything about it, the writing, the characters, the story, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I did cry a little at the end, not because it was sad, but because it was over and because I loved it so much. That's never happened to me before. I've never cried because a book was over. This is officially one of the best books I have ever read. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week with another video. Bye!